At 1 a.m., the boys' engineering hostel feels less like a dormitory and more like a concrete tomb. The only signs of life are the hum of the fluorescent corridor lights, and Ravi, sitting alone in room 107. His whiteboard is a mess of equations. A recent rejection from a major tech firm has pushed him into a state of academic desperation, forcing him to spend the night fueled by caffeine and the fear of a failed placement. That silence breaks when a heavy object strikes the floor in the hallway. It's a sharp, metallic sound that shouldn't be happening in an empty corridor. Ravi pauses, waiting for the sound of a student's voice or a closing door. Instead, he hears a low, predatory growl vibrating through the wood of his doorframe. Ravi opens the door to an empty hallway. The flickering overhead light reveals a thick, dark streak across the floor tiles, leading away from his room and toward the communal bathroom. He leans closer to the trail. The liquid is viscous and smells of iron, a fresh, heavy smear of blood that hasn't yet begun to dry. From inside the bathroom, the quiet is replaced by a wet, tearing sound, followed immediately by a student's stifled, gargling scream. Despite the instinct to hide, Ravi moves toward the bathroom. Each step takes him further from the safety of his routine and into a space where the rules of the campus no longer apply. Ravi pushes the bathroom door open to see Virat, a friend he played cricket with just days ago, pinned over a first-year student. Virat isn't helping him. He is buried in the boy's neck, biting down with enough force to sever the artery. Virat looks up, his chin soaked in red, his eyes fixed on Ravi with a total lack of recognition. He lets out a sharp snarl and lunges toward the doorway. Ravi slams his door shut and throws the bolt just as the building's power cuts out. In the sudden dark, his phone screen becomes the only source of light. Panicked messages are flooding the hostel group chat. Students are reporting that the top-ranking seniors at the pre-placement party fell ill after ingesting a contaminated serum they thought was a celebratory drink. The foreign agent spreads, rapidly rewriting the host's physical responses, moving through the floors bite by bite. Attacked students begin hunting their roommates, turning the hostel into a system of predators. The college's most successful students have effectively become the primary vectors for a virus that is systematically dismantling the student body. A shadow blocks the blue light from under Ravi's door. A single knock is followed by a series of violent, erratic blows that make the doorframe groan. Then, the hallway goes silent. Ravi stands frozen for nearly a minute, listening for footsteps, hoping the thing outside has finally moved on to an easier target. The silence is a mask. A final, massive shoulder check shatters the wood, and Virat bursts into the room, his movements jagged and frantic. Ravi swings a heavy wooden study chair with everything he has, catching Virat in the chest. The impact creates a 4-second window, just enough time for Ravi to squeeze past and run into the dark corridor. Room 107 is no longer a sanctuary. To survive, Ravi has to navigate the open campus, where the geography of the school has been replaced by a hunting ground. Outside, the campus is a chaotic sprawl of shadows. Ravi sprints past dozens of students wandering with stiff, unnatural gaits, their eyes reflecting the pale moonlight as they turn toward the sound of his footsteps. He breaks into the college library, ducking behind the towering oak bookshelves. The high ceilings and thick walls seem to muffle the sounds of the outbreak, offering a moment of perceived calm. He crouches low, trying to steady his breathing. He feels a warm, wet sensation on his forehead. He reaches up and touches a drop of fresh blood that just fell from the shelf above him. Virat is perched on the very top of the stack. He collapses the distance in a single leap, pinning Ravi against the floor before he can even scream. The noise of the struggle acts as a beacon. The library's heavy doors creak open as the rest of the horde flows inside, ending Ravi's attempt at evasion. Moments later, Ravi's eyes snap open. The pupils are gone, replaced by the same milky, clouded white seen in the others. This sequence serves as the setup for the new film Indian Institute of Zombies, or IIZ. The movie explores the horror of this outbreak through a survival comedy lens, featuring a script from the creative minds behind Dindora and Taza Kabar. You can see how the rest of the campus handles the infection when Indian Institute of Zombies arrives in theaters